Hey everybody, it's raining outside. It looks dark and dreary. What's a girl supposed to do on a day like this? The day after her celebrating 46, the reintroduction of Precious. Y'all, when I tell you it was lit yesterday, I told you my word for this year is audacity in 2025. And so doing the unexpected, doing what people don't expect you to do. I'm telling you, I feel like we live in a world where everything has to be about being on a yacht. It has to be about all the flash and all this other kind of stuff. Well, yesterday, this idea that had been on my heart came to fruition. So yesterday at my BK Life, my Brooklyn Life, a Black-owned couple establishment in Brooklyn, right over there near Brooklyn Museum, Eastern Parkway. The unexpected happened. Yo girl, Precious Williams, who turns 46 on January 22nd, I had this idea of having an intimate event where I would showcase and reintroduce P, the poet. And I wanted to make sure that people would show up. And so, in putting this together, putting the agenda together, nothing prepared me for what happened yesterday. Now, y'all know I like to walk through the crib and give you that true tea, right? But I want y'all to really hear me when I say this. I was trying to print out some items. I was trying to get everything together. And everywhere I went, I couldn't get these items printed. I had my suitcases, I had everything. Could not get it printed. People didn't have ink. They didn't have certain things. But let me tell you what did happen. So after I was sitting at the library trying to get things printed out, and they only had one person working, and things just weren't working out, I am freaking out. I'm freaking out, y'all. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I put everything together right. I'm all this. I called my queen, Dinette Little, and I am just beside myself. I did my eye makeup, got my face together. It's starting to rain. I'm like, oh my God, what if nobody shows up? All this other kind of stuff. Then I get a call from Queen Gina from, my BK Life, my Brooklyn Life. And she's like, you have guests here. So I'm rushing to get back. I don't have on my clothes yet. I'm rushing back. When I walked in, guess who was there? My queens, Savvy Lady Queens, Lisa Zeiderman, chairwoman of the board, Judy Herbst, executive director, Meredith Grunai, speaker, improv extraordinaire, Michelle Risa, innovation woman speaker friends. I rush in to, put on the outfit. I'm freaking out. And then I come out. And then I greet them. And y'all, was something so beautiful about we're in this Black couple-owned store. I'm sitting here with my queens and they're like, oh, we have gifts for you. And y'all, I didn't ask anybody to bring gifts. I wanted them to understand their gift was a present. And just so y'all understand what we did yesterday, I didn't ask for money for anything, right? I hope that people would patronize the establishment that we were in because it's great apparel, great accessories. And I wanted to showcase the depth and the beauty of what we have in Brooklyn because this is where I live. The door kept opening. People kept coming in. Jen Bruno, Blue Cross Blue Shield. You had Simone Castillo. You had Zoe Bogan. You had Ernie Peppers. You had, Carol Cho, financial advisor. Luminary Sisters started coming in. Luminary Sisters, Savvy Lady Sisters. Christina Costa from Luminary, and then Dolores Connors. Then the door kept coming. Nima came and she just had spinal surgery. And I'm telling you, Zakia Austin out of Jersey. So people will come from Jersey. Corey and Nikisha Wilson from Jersey came. Then Monica Edwani and her queen came from Massachusetts. Then celebrity makeup artist Aloria Michelle was there with the guests. And then I just could not believe what I was seeing. It was Caucasian, African American, Asian Pacific Islander, Latina. It was men. Ramon Ray. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. It was lit. Like, everyone sitting around in a circle, because that's how I like things, in a circle, so we could all face each other. So they're all connecting, because the first 45 minutes, what I really wanted is for people to connect and just talk to each other, because I had a formal program. But I just wanted people to connect and just to watch people just talk to each other. We had insurance represented, financial advisor represented, speaker, coach, trainer represented. We had educators represented. We had lawyers, doctors represented in this room. And I'm telling y'all, I had to step back and be like, I can't believe who's here. Like, everyone who was supposed to be there was there. But to see that, I was crying on the inside, because I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. Do you know, I was a smorgasbord, races, colors, creed. Like, it was the most beautiful thing. We talk about diversity, and no. Because some people just think it's racial. No. Just look who was represented. All of us were entrepreneurs or professionals in our own right. My point in having this celebrating Precious at 46 was give. I wanted everybody to walk out with a gift from me. I was not expecting gifts, because the gift that they were giving me was a gift of their presence. Do y'all hear me though? Like Donette Little from Love Conquers All Salon, the first woman who ever colored my hair, my first hairstylist and stylist, Latrice Monique, my stylist today. When I tell y'all, it was so lit in there. And then we started. And then I was like, okay, everybody. I talked a little bit about celebrating me at 46, what the run of the show was going to be. And it was amazing, because I wanted everybody to introduce themselves and to tell me what is their blessing over my life at 46. What do they see for me? Now, I'm thinking people are going to take no more than a minute. When I tell you, everyone stood up, popcorn, one behind the other, and were telling me what I meant to them as they introduced themselves and their word or their blessings over me. We even had Jacqueline Jenkins, my HK soror at Spelman College. You heard me though. And these earrings are from my queen, my former client and queen, Mariana Boney, who couldn't make it, but she wanted to make sure I came through. Okay? So when I tell y'all, so they're getting up one by one, and then I'd have a break, because Ramon Ray, we operate on the same wavelength, because we always want to edify and honor others. If you're giving me the opportunity to be in your space, and I wanted them to speak and to share. So they got up and talked about their love story. They got up and talked about being childhood, friends and sweethearts, dated, and then years went by, both got married, and then they came together afterwards. And they got married. They wanted to start My Brooklyn Life, to celebrate their life in Brooklyn, to celebrate their family and their love. When I tell you, it was lit. And of course, as the killer pitch master, I couldn't let them stop without giving contact information and asking everyone, if you can purchase something or post about them. I wanted people to understand, we're not having it here just to be cute. We're having it to celebrate entrepreneurship, small businesses. And I never would have met Queen Gina and her husband had it not been for Mariama Boney and Syracuse University that hired me to do a pitch presentation years ago. So when I tell you, everyone in that room was connected to me, but they also needed to be connected to each other. Then we went back to popcorn, because there was so many people there. Like, I was surprised. We only had 2 cancellations. So the space is supposed to only hold 15. It wasn't 15 people in there. Oh, and so when I share with y'all pictures later, y'all gonna understand. So let me tell y'all. So then afterward, another break, and I wanted to introduce P, the poet. So I wanted them to tell me, out of the 7 poems that I wanted to give to them, which 3 would they want me to start with. So they wanted me to start off with, was that the plan all along, God? And then breathe. And then finally, don't let the mouth distract you. What? And so P the poet stood up and did it. Y'all had on heels all day. All that time. Y'all know I don't wear heels I don't wear heels for hours, but I did it. So I'm standing there and and I'm saying my poems. It was like crying because they loved it and received it. So I'm in a room, lawyers, doctors, insurance professionals, speakers, trainers, educators, stylists, hairstylists. I'm sitting in the room with those from the Luminary, with those from Savvy Ladies, with those who've been on the speaker journey with me, with those who've come recently into my life through Luminary or through Savvy Ladies, queens that have worked with me, queens that I admire, and financial advisors and all of that. It was so lit, y'all. It was so lit. So to know people came from as far away as Massachusetts or all in Jersey meant the world to me, right? So then we did the last popcorn, and then we wanted to leave time for connecting and for them to explore my Brooklyn life. In all of that, let me tell you how you know you got great friends, and everybody who was in that room was supposed to be there. They were connecting. Speakers were actually connecting to some of those who could hire speakers. Insurance professionals, financial advisors were around a different network that they had never been around. So we got to learn about each other. And when I tell y'all, I had every fear in the world people weren't going to show up because it started to rain. Is that 2 people did not show up of all, and they showed me love. That was so amazing to me. So I want y'all to know what was different about what I did. It wasn't, I didn't even showcase pictures yesterday because I wanted to be so in the moment to see this is what relationships look like outside of social media. Who shows up for you when y'all not on the yachts, or you're not sipping bubbly, or everything isn't this, everything has to be painted over and everything. No, we were in a shop, a beautiful My BK Life, My Brooklyn Life store with these beautiful clothes, outerwear, accessories. And everyone came in to support me, My Brooklyn Life, and each other. Now, why is that important to all of y'all? It's because we sometimes think that social media is the only way that we're going to be able to make it. I'm here to tell you, and yes, I'm about to turn 46, and some of y'all might not want to believe it. We actually we're supposed to be from 1 to 4. We went from 1 to 5. And then the queens and kings were like, well, what we doing for dinner? I said, y'all, whatever y'all want to do, let's get it. Let's get it. So we're packing up. And then I asked Queen Gina, I said, Gina, what's a good place to eat around here? Because they were like, yeah, what's a good place? We went to Cheryl's Global. So some of the people had to leave throughout the program, and that was cool. So it was down to the last, I don't know if it was 8 or 10 of us. We walked over to Cheryl's Global with my suitcases and everything. And because we got there early enough before the crowd got there, we literally just laughed and joked and kiki. A little bit of business, a lot of just sharing things about business, life, love, career, relationships, and building on that. So yes, financial advisor Carol Show was at the table. We had Simone Castillo, financial professional and coach. We had Nikisha and Corey Wilson, who are entrepreneurs and business coaches out of New Jersey. Then next to me was Donette Little, Love Conquers All Salon. Then we had me. Then we had Dolores Connors, who is an educator out of Jersey. And then we had Zoe Bogan, who is his revenue specialist, has her own conference every year. So you can imagine how fun that was at the table. We were talking about groups. We were talking about things that have come up in business, but also things that come up in life. How can we support each other? So we went there last night. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We went there. We had such spirited conversations. Man, the chicken wings of different sauces. I had the Creole barbecue shrimp. And we all were just vibing. I mean, everything was delicious. Here we are at another Black-owned establishment. And who was at the table? Everybody at the table wasn't Black. But we were there to support businesses. And in that community, why not support small businesses? So I want y'all to understand, my Brooklyn life, my BK life, lit it up yesterday. Charcuterie, wine, Prosecco, and all of that. I didn't drink or eat anything but water because, when you're speaking, you can't. And finally, I want y'all to understand something else. I stood up and said the things that I'm going to do this year. The things that are on my heart. So it may be the rainy day. It may be snowing. It may be a lot of things, but there is nothing in my heart but love. I have love because people showed up in the rain for me. People who just had spinal surgery. People who, have gone through traumatic brain experiences and somehow made it out to share with me and others what I mean to them. You can't do that on the Zoom and get the kind of reaction we had. So I am so grateful for the savvy ladies. I'm so grateful for the innovation women. I'm so grateful for the savvy ladies under Stacy Francis, Lisa Zeiderman, Judy Herbst. I'm so thankful to Luminary under Kate Luzio for having our queens be there. Simone, me, Dolores, Latrice, and I know I'm forgetting. Christina Costa. Then you have Innovation Women, Michelle Risa, speaker in MENA, Middle East, North Africa, Meredith Brunei, speaker extraordinaire through improv, Ramon Ray, who I've known probably the longest in that room, the longest. So, oh my goodness. So thank you, Bobby Carlton. And then thank you to everyone who showed up. I'm forgetting the celebrity makeup artist, Aloria Michelle. She showed up. You have Zakia, Monica Adwani, who has her own agency, Brisa Seguros, out of Massachusetts. So these people come from all facets of my life. So for me, I still feel like I just gotta cry. Because when these pictures come out, thank you, Ramon Ray, for setting it off and showing some of the pictures that we had. Thank you, Corey and Nikisha Wilson. Thank you, My Brooklyn Life, my BK Life. Thank you, Cheryl's Global, for the best dinner ever. And more importantly, I know y'all feel like I'm going on and on and on, but shouldn't you celebrate the relationships that were there when you didn't have a dime in your pocket? Shouldn't you celebrate those when we got real, like, yo, this entrepreneur game isn't easy. I see that. I think TikTok is going down, and I know people are freaked out about that. One thing I'm going to say to you, and I know Coach Ree or Just Ree will say this: please know your network. Please honor your network. Please show up for your network, because if those things happen, how do you call on people? How do you get people to come out to just celebrate and support and to shock and awe them? How you do that? So yes, we could have done, we could have done like clinking and glasses, and we could have done all the things you see on social media. But for me, I didn't want to post yesterday because I wanted to just stay present in the moment. I wanted to absorb that people showed up and showed out on a rainy day, not in their neighborhood, not even 10 miles away. They showed up from hundreds of miles away. And to hear the blessings they had over my life. And my thing this year is to give. So everyone in that room is connecting to each other, not just for business, but for personal. I had conversations last night where people thanked me for being honest about not just my background, because that's chapters in my life, but being open about the mental health struggles I had, and now that I'm stable, about showing up as a woman to support other women. I didn't even realize people were looking at me and remembering I showed up at their hotel, when they were having surgery, or I showed up when no one else did, or that I called at a time when they felt their lowest. The fact that women love that I call them queens, and it matters to them. So I want to say thank you to all of you. And when it comes to doing things differently, yes, you can let social media make you feel like everything has to be transactional. But who's going to show up for you when there's no money in your bank account? Who's going to show up for you and take you out to a spa and put some dollars in your bank account so that you can eat? Who's going to pay your phone bills when things get tough? Who's going to do that introduction that's going to get you that big one-day training session at a huge company? And then that person shows up to show you that they care so much about you, they're willing to come from deep in Jersey to make sure you know they're there. And then to tell people, yeah, I showed up with gifts, but the only gift I wanted was a gift of your presence. I'm not going to ask for nothing today, but just for you to celebrate being in this room. So I want you all to understand, listen, social media is a great tool, but I hope you have a mailing list. I hope you have people that you've actually connected with in real life and you listen to their stories. I had a Queen Silver, Jacqueline Jenkins, who is, an executive at Fashion Institute of Technology. And she takes trips to Paris, Milan, all these places for women 40 plus to get their capsule wardrobes together and to see these sites. And when she walked in, I looked at her because we weren't in Spelman at the same time. We're both Ada Kappa. We weren't in Spelman at the same time. But I made it my mission that some people really don't know me. So I reached out to her years ago. We got to meet and she talked about it and she didn't really know me. And so over time, we've been blessed to have these meetings together in Brooklyn. And for her to show up and give me her time when she had a full day. And then as I was saying certain things, she had to break down what 33HK01. She had to break down all this stuff for the audience. And I sat there and I said, I am a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Eta Kappa chapter. And yes, I crossed as a senior at Spelman College. And I have a soror in the room who's showing me nothing but love from her eyes. And so when she did her popcorn, I said, you can fall on your face and you can hit rock bottom. And I'm giving y'all that true tea. You're going to hit rock bottom. I've hit rock bottom 3-4 times in this life. I've been rejected, kicked to the curb, and all sorts of things. I've had people block me and say I wasn't quite good enough, wasn't quite pretty enough, wasn't quite this, that, and the other. And as I said to y'all before, I've been called ugly, stupid, fat, could never make it anywhere. I've had people say, just spit on my name and say over their dead body, will I ever do things? Who's still here today, though? Who's got a network, though? Who can get people to come into a space and not know what to expect? And when do you want to leave? And then we had this amazing dinner. That's because relationships matter more than this, I got to be seen with her, and her. It's like, dude, you can make yourself the celebrity of your own brand. Clock that T, Ramon Ray. So be there for others, and they will be there for you. I thank everybody who's been a part of my journey. I say thank you, and I mean it. And they all remarked about that. So what I want to challenge y'all to do this week, reach out to others on the phone, in a text, in a voice note, and tell them something that you want them to know this week. If you want to, like, my people know that I will just randomly text and say, I see you. I see what you up to. I see you. You know your girl loving on you today. Or I will send a quote with whatever, or I will just send a voice note because it came to my mind. I'm not asking for nothing. I'm not begging for nothing. I'm just here to say, you're worth it to me, that in this moment I stopped everything to say, I love you. Don't be giving up today. Don't be thinking that nobody love you because a girl in Brooklyn, this 45-year-old, soon to be 46-year-old queen, wants to see you. And if people want to make time for you, and they real and genuine, make time for them. It builds the greatest of relationships. So again, y'all, the right people were in the space and in the place. And so, Hilda, Jody, and everyone else who was able to attend, thank you for celebrating Precious at 46, the reintroduction. Thank you all for letting me introduce myself as P, the poet, for loving my poems, and for supporting small businesses. On a what? Saturday. On a Saturday, we supporting small businesses. And we did that. So January 18th was lit. As we go to celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Day, I want you all, it's not a day off, it's a day on. Show love show appreciation. Even if people are in corporate America, even if people aren't in entrepreneurship, what I want you to do is show love. The math, don't be mathing at times, like be lifing. So let's be good to others and watch them be good to you. Not because you want to sell, not because you want to deal, but when you're genuine with a lot of people, they will say your name in spaces you didn't even believe. And the next thing you know, you're booked in different countries. The next thing you know, people who you didn't even know knew who you were, but they've been following you for 4 and 5 years. They're like, okay, we need her. Not for pitching. We need her to auction we need her to be the auctioneer at this event. We need her to host this award ceremony. We need her to, we need her as a dynamic media personality. We need her. So the opportunities that are coming my way from media, from events and stuff like that isn't what y'all are going to be used to seeing. But I want y'all to understand that it takes audacity in 2025 to show up and show all the way out. So I don't think of myself as ugly. I don't think of myself as fat. I think of myself as the rose that grew from concrete. And I'm built tough for this. And I don't want to see women or men, kings or queens, give up on their dreams because the people they want to support them won't. So how will you support others? And if you can't do it financially, emotionally, listen, call, pray, say you see them. It makes all the difference. So as I turn 46 on January 22nd, I'm carrying you all with me, and I love you. And that's coming from Precious L. Williams, killer pitchmaster, ultimate rainmaker, atmosphere shifter, and creative outsider. I love you all. If this resonated with you or you watch and replay, tell me what resonated the most with you. And what will you do different in your business, in your career, in life? You may think you have to do it up big, but sometimes the intimate things are going to be the things that break you wide open. And I haven't heard a bad word about yesterday. People are still like, oh my God, it was so amazing. What are you going to do? And I was like, everything doesn't have to be big. Intimate things still work. And mind you, I don't have to ask for sales and stuff like that. If the point is to give and to connect people, it'll always come back to you. So to everyone who attended yesterday, thank you. Ramon, you was taking all those pictures, you was taking videos, you were doing all that. Thank you so much for blessing me with your time. And to every attendee, you are appreciated. My name is Precious Williams. I'm the proud founder and CEO of the Perfect Pitch Group. So if you want to learn how to make it rain, slay the game in your pitches, your presentations, in your speeches, if you want a dynamic host for your awards events and an auctioneer who can double and triple up on you, contact the Perfect Pitch Group. I am who you're looking for. I'm really the only choice that matters. And I'm going to come in with that funk, that fire, and that noise that's going to break up all the dullness and the monotony. So if you want to go from trash to cash, contact the Perfect Pitch Group. I am Precious Williams. Again, I'm the CEO and founder. And I am so happy being a 13-time national pitch champion, five-time #1 best-selling author. And to this year, 30 years of professional speaking excellence. And I'm turning 46. What? Let's go in these streets. You want to run down to who some of my clients are? We can do LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, Intuit, QuickBooks. We can go Verizon. We can go, I could go on Blackstone. We can go, I can list some things. And it's not Black History Month or Women's History Month. This is all year round. So I have the audacity to say I'm world class because I am. Please don't limit me. I'm world class as a communicator, written and oral, and been doing this since I was 16 years old. The audacity to stand up, full figure diva in a plus size fit, fashionista, Black on both sides, no Brazilian butt lift, no six pack ass, but still looking like a what snack. The audacity for people to call me ugly, and I'm like, whatever you call me, just know I'm going to see you face to face. And I'm still going to go in. I'm still going after my dreams. And it doesn't matter that I'm turning 46. It doesn't matter where I came from. Where am I today? And that takes audacity, nevertheless. For such a time as this, she has arrived in, or she's coming and she's about to arrive. So I want y'all to have that same attitude. They tell you what you cannot do, baby. We just brush it aside. Brush it aside and have the audacity to keep going in. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. These other chicks is lying, acting like the summer ain't mine. I got that hot boy on my own. You know how many hot boys I own? That's for shits and giggles, y'all. But I'm wanted. Yes, and audacity in 2025. Let's go get this work, okay? If this resonated with you, holla. Let people know you like what you heard today, and you can find ways to make things smaller and still more impactful. You can find ways to do things that don't have to be all flashy, but are community-based and with love, and watch how that ripple effect goes out there. I'm telling you, get ready for the pictures and the videos that are coming. But celebrating Precious at 46, the reintroduction was amazing. And then to just think about, we showed up and showed out. It was hot up in there. And we, like, you would think, even though it was raining outside, it was sunny. So I love you all. Mwah. My name is Precious Williams, founder and CEO of The Perfect Pitch Group. Take care.